Is this the most prosperous area in Shanghai? It's almost like our rural towns. Look at all these shops, they're all closed. They're not going to be demolished, are they? Look at this dilapidated area. Zhejiang Middle Road is full of signs for rental or for sale. It shouldn't be for demolition. The rental fee may be too expensive. This is not the Bund, isn't it the countryside?
老外街，上海的老外街，原来
Foreigner Street. Shanghai's Foreigner Street used to be brightly lit and bustling with people. Now all the foreigners are gone. I can't see even one foreigner. It's the weekend, such a weekend night. The streets are deserted.
今天是周末，周末晚上的老外街没人。
今天带你来上海商业中心淮海路。 看到一栋商业大厦的旺铺竟然全部。
Today I'll take you to Huah Road, the commercial heart of Shanghai. You'll see a bustling commercial building with all its shops closed down. This intersection is right in the heart of downtown Shanghai.
这样的景象，可是上海50年从未遇见过的。
上海七浦路以前人山人海，现在空空荡荡。
Chipu Road in Shanghai used to be bustling with people, but now it's deserted. Shanghai has long held a leading position in China's economy. However, Shanghai's current economic downturn has left the once bustling pedestrian streets deserted, with many shops closed and few people around. Recently, this city has seen 4 unusual phenomena. One is that some residents are bringing their home-cooked meals and utensils to McDonald's to enjoy the air conditioning. Other phenomena include the decreasing number of foreigners in Shanghai, white-collar workers starting to bring their lunches instead of ordering takeout, and office buildings offering free rent. In this episode, let's discuss these topics. A netizen uploaded a video showing a family at a McDonald's in Shanghai enjoying the air conditioning, bringing a whole pot of homemade corn and pork rib soup along with their home-cooked dishes directly into the store. They placed the food on a plastic tray and devoured it, completely ignoring the gazes of the surrounding customers, leaving many stunned.
出现了3大怪象。
3 strange phenomena have emerged in Shanghai. The first is that white-collar workers have started bringing their lunch. At least half of the people in our company who order takeout have stopped doing so. They're all making their meals at home and bringing them to the office to heat up the next day. We've even added 2 more microwaves. Secondly, large shopping malls are practically deserted. Famous malls like the Mixi and Hopsun Place, as well as the Zhanggang Wandering City downstairs from our office, are practically deserted. Even the people around the mall are few and far between. I think people may be downgrading their spending and becoming less reckless. Just like KTVs, nightclubs, foot massage parlors, and saunas, their businesses have declined. In previous times, when people went out for meals, before the meal was over, the next entertainment event was already scheduled. And they had even planned several outgoing events for one night. Now on weekends, it's the parks where you can see more and more people. What does this mean? Have the people of Shanghai become more sophisticated? Have they begun to pursue a spiritual life? Are they no longer obsessed with a glamorous life?
精神物质方面的一个生活了嘛。
大家都在讲说上海今年有多难。
Everyone's been talking about how difficult Shanghai has been this year. I want to share what I've seen. I came to Shanghai around 2010, and it's been 15 years since then. Looking back this year, I think a few changes are quite noticeable. First, the population of Shanghai has visibly decreased. And when I take the subway every day, I notice fewer people. There are still a lot of people on the subway, but it's not as crowded as it used to be. At that time, people literally were unable to get on. That hasn't happened in the past year. Second, I've noticed that many shopping malls in Shanghai have closed down. I used to work on Changshu Road, where there used to be a Paris Spring. We'd often go there for lunch, and there was usually a line, but now there's almost no line. Many stores inside are already closed. The mall is practically deserted, and most restaurants are closed.
吃饭的地方也基本都关门了。
现在再拍给你们看一下，这是
Let me shoot for you. This is the time. Let me check again. It's 11:18, and today is Saturday. Let me show you outside. This is Raffles, this is Dragon Dream, and over here is Zhongshan Park. Do you think this location is considered the city center? Does it count as downtown? Here, let me show you. It's a little after 11 a.m. and it's Saturday. Look at the streets outside. Isn't it quite empty? Not many people are around. Right now, I find it so peaceful standing in downtown. We don't want to go out, but it costs money, so people usually don't go out. It's like this around here, usually with very few people.
我们这边就是这样子的，人很少，对吧？
上海今年又少了100万人，不知道你们有没有这感觉？反正我们
Shanghai has lost another million people this year. I don't know if you've experienced this. Those of us in this industry definitely feel the same way. This year it's been incredibly difficult to find work. That is, finding a job that satisfies you is difficult. It's generally hard to find the right one, so everyone's just stuck with a comparable factory. Due to the scarcity of work and the lack of suitable employment opportunities, people likely return to their hometowns. So this year, whether it's a store or a fruit shops or restaurants, it's said that there were very few customers. So where have all those people gone? Have they all returned to their hometowns?
对消失的这帮人都去哪了？都回老家啦？
这是上海虹桥站7点钟的一个状态。
This is the scene at Shanghai Hongcha Station at 7 o'clock. If it were Friday in the past, it would have been truly packed. But today, on a Friday, there are practically no people, just a few. And when I got here, the road was smooth and traffic-free. Where have all the people in Shanghai gone? Even inside Hongqiao Station, the traffic is sparse, as if it can't keep up with normal times. There really are fewer people in Shanghai.
少很多了。
A group of over 10 elderly people has been occupying 5 tables at a McDonald's in Shanghai's Putuo district, playing cards non-stop without making any purchases. They do this every day, arriving at 10 a.m. and sitting until closing time, only drinking water they brought with them. This has been going on for 3 or 4 months. A customer asked them, "What are you eating?" The elderly people replied, "We're not eating, we're just sitting here." Some customers complained that these elderly people gathered together to play cards, making a lot of noise and seriously disturbing others' meals. After the incident was exposed, netizens had mixed opinions. Some felt that the weather was too hot and the elderly seeking a place to cool down and enjoy the air conditioning should be understood. Others felt that businesses are not public places and occupying them without consuming was inappropriate. This phenomenon reflects the lack of activity spaces for the elderly in cities. If communities could provide more suitable social spaces, such incidents could be avoided. Now that foreign investment has declined, many foreigners have withdrawn. Shanghai used to be teeming with foreigners, with over 1 million at its peak. But now, even on the bund and pedestrian streets, the number of foreigners is pitifully small. So-called international exhibitions have become domestic ones, so now everyone's just haggling over prices, and you can't see the latest and most cutting-edge foreign technology. So, why don't foreigners come? I can't say that. Shanghai is one of the most international and trendy cities. All of its exhibitions are benchmarks in their industries. Every month there's a very professional international exhibition organized by foreign organizers. But today you'll notice a strange phenomenon. Everywhere you look there are only Chinese people, not a single foreigner. It used to be full of international faces here, but the exhibition reveals how inward competing China is now. The foreigners are squeezed away. The American School, a century-old prestigious school in Shanghai's Jinfeng International Community. Before, it was bustling with traffic and crowds of people. Many real estate agents, clients picking up their children, and many students from the American schools. But where have all the people gone now? The villas behind me next to the American school used to be crowded with real estate agents. Also, lots of people came here to view the condos because rentals and sales were brisk. Now they're all gone. This is the scene in Shanghai at 3 p.m. on June 9th, 2023. Shanghai white-collar workers have started bringing their lunches. Many bring bags to work, and when asked, they all say they bring their lunches to heat them up in the microwaves in their companies. I, a 26-year-old man from Hunan province, work in Shanghai. I cook my own meals and don't eat in the cafeteria. What are my daily expenses? I live in a rural area on the outskirts of Shanghai. I live comfortably with a large yard. The commute is less than half an hour, which is convenient. I cook for myself in the morning and bring lunch to work. Today, I had sausage stir-fried with dried beans and loofah. The dried beans soaked in oil tasted amazing. I got them from my hometown. My grandmother made them herself. I grow the loofah myself, so it doesn't cost anything. Living here, you can even grow some vegetables yourself, so it's really good value. The cost effectiveness is exceptionally high. I arrive at work at 7:50 a.m. and the office hours end at 8 a.m. Lunch starts at 12 p.m. and everyone brings their own food, which is conveniently heated in the microwave. The food is especially delicious, probably because we ate too early in the morning and were hungry at noon.
是早上吃太早，中午饿了的原因。
这就是我能攒下钱的原因。
This is how I can save money. After consistently saving, I made a list of 5 no-buys for myself. This is how ordinary people save money, little by little. First, I don't order takeout or eat out. My own meals are clean, healthy, and most importantly, they save money. I spent 70 cents today and made a big pot of yam and pork rib soup. My daily food expenses stay under $3 and my monthly budget is under $110. Second, never buy milk tea or coffee. I make my own when I want. A cup of takeout milk tea costs around $3, which covers 2 meals. Let the pork ribs simmer for a while I prepare the side dishes. I'm still going with 2 dishes today. Third, never buy designer clothes or bags. My most expensive sneakers are only $60. I believe clothes are best as long as they're clean, comfortable, and stylish. Brands don't necessarily matter. What suits you best is what's best. Fourth, refuse to socialize unnecessarily. I no longer waste money just to look good and fit in. Fifth, don't use credit cards, Huah borrowing app or Zhe borrowing app. Refuse to overspend.
拒绝超前消费。
A blogger in Shanghai who works in the rental business said that in many industrial parks, as long as you pay the property management fees and utilities, office rent is essentially free.
给大家看看现在的住房的现状啊，大家看这一层。
Let me show you the current leasing situation. Look, this floor is completely empty, not a single company. Over there too, the entire floor is completely empty. 2 years ago, when I wanted to rent the office, there were very few vacancies in this park, and renting here was incredibly difficult. But today, yesterday, and the day before yesterday, we looked at several office spaces, and they had entire floors completely empty. Entire floors like this, with no one in this building, it's incredibly difficult to lease out. This is what I view today. It's over 210 square meters. Outside, it's all office space, and it's inside the park. After a preliminary check, it doesn't seem quite right. After all, there aren't many people outside. Even if you have clients or work here, there's no one outside. It feels quite deserted.
这个刚刚初步的看了一下，感觉还是不太合适。第一个，外面没什么人气，就是你有客户啊，或者在这边上班啊，外面一个人都没有，就感觉很冷清。
你们知道现在虹桥的办公室有多卷吗？先关下窗。
Do you know how competitive office leasing is in Hongcha area these days? Close the windows first so no one outside can hear. This is the standard delivery, fully furnished and rent-free for 6 months. 6 months. How about renting an office like this near Hongcha Airport? 100 to 600 square meters, all floor plans available.
这样的办公室怎么样？面积100到600平，所有户型随便挑。
朋友，听我一句劝，千万不要再买写字楼了。
Friends, take my advice, don't buy office space anymore, because only when you're ready to sell, you'll realize it's impossible. I've experienced this myself. I truly regret listening to my friends' advice and those unscrupulous real estate agents. They're really good at deceiving people. My wife and I moved to Shanghai in 2015 to work, and by 2020, we had started making some money. I always felt the price of the residential place was too high, and the interest on a deposit of around $700,000 wasn't very promising. So I ultimately put the money in and bought a 200 square meter office in Putuo district. I bought it with a lease, and the monthly rent income was about $3,400, which works out to $39,000 a year, for an average annualized return of around 5.8%. My tenants were pretty stable, and my wife and I were quite happy. But this year, when I wanted to sell the office and return to my hometown to develop, I was completely stunned. After listing it for over 6 months, no one has even inquired.
挂牌半年多，根本都没人问。
That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.